So today I feel like having a little bit of a beat making session, so let's make some music. And I think I might start with... Okay, so I'm liking those chords right there. Now before I move on to a melody or anything, I think I might start bringing in some percussion. I like that loop. Should I just use a loop? I don't think I've ever used a drum loop before. Let's try bringing it in. I mean, that is actually a pretty good starting point. I think I might just need to chop it up a bit, bring in my own sounds. But I think it's a pretty good start. I think I might just throw a few different effects onto it. So we'll put one of these boys onto there. And I've just put this LFO onto the pre-delay of this reverb. I think it sounds pretty good. It just changes as the pattern goes along. I really like it, so now I think I might do the same thing for a grain delay. That might be a little bit funky. Put the LFO onto the frequency, maybe? A little bit crazy. Let's lower the depth. I do like it, though. I like that a lot. Let's leave it. Sounds good. And I think last thing I'll put on for now is just going to be a little bit of erosion. Just pull that up. Perfect. That sounds good. Okay. Let's bring on some heavier drums. I hate that sample. It is so loud. I like that. I like that rhythm. Not too sure about the kick drum though. That one there is sounding pretty good. That's perfect. Oh, that is really good. We don't even need to record that in. Let's just click that button there. Should be good to go. I think the pitch might be a bit off. I'll fix that later on though. I can't really hear it at the moment. Should be alright. Anyway, we have our kick drum now. I think we're gonna need a clap. Kind of feel like something classic. Oh, that one's a goodie. I think that might actually do. Very basic sample. Might just cut off some of that tail. But apart from that, it is sounding pretty perfect to me. That was a fail. That is it. That sounds good. Bloop. Now for this clap, I feel like I might actually do some of the funky LFO stuff that I was doing with this other drum loop. I think it could work pretty well if I put it onto the reverb. Boom. That is fast. No thanks. Oh. I think that is perfect. That sounds really good. I feel like I need some random stuff to layer up on top. Let's go into a Foley pack. What? Why do I have that? That might work. Wet pumpkin. That actually kind of works. Good old wet pumpkin. So I'm kind of feeling like a shaker would be good. I just can't really find anything that sounds like what I want. That one's actually alright. That sounds good. Maybe I'll put a bit of an auto filter onto it. That is a pretty perfect shaker. I like how low quality it sounds. It sounds really bad, but it works. Now I think I might move back over to these chords which I originally recorded in. So I'm just going to bring in an analog and I'm just going to copy this MIDI onto that track. I'll just stretch some of these notes out. That is sounding pretty good. I might just take this, pitch it up, and I'm going to bring a grain delay onto it, I think. Get some really crazy effects going. So that is sounding a little bit ridiculous. I've got 3 layered up at the moment. I don't think it sounds very good, but oh well. I just want some glitchy sounding effects. Hey, that actually sounds really cool. I think I might just duplicate this and then I'll turn it into a audio track. So just freeze it, flatten it. Now I can chop this up. That is crazy. So maybe a little something like that. Hey. Hey. Perfect. That sounds really good. Maybe I'll just sidechain it to the clap sound. That might work. That is perfect. That sounds really cool. that sounds really good. It sounds really full, even though there isn't much going on. There's only, what, 4 tracks? 2 of them are percussion. I think it's just all of the LFOs and stuff that I put on. Makes it sound really dynamic. I like it. Oh, yeah. So now I think it's time to record in some guitar. I think I'm going to use it for the main melody. Well, I know I am, because I've spent the last hour practicing it. But let's record it in. That is going to be good enough. That is going to be good enough. I just want to move on and start recording the rest of the song. So now, I think I might move on to a drop section. I might use the same guitar sound. I think I just need to bring in a heavier synthesizer. Yeah, that should do. I can always tidy up the MIDI later on. Now, even though I've only got like 8 instruments, I think I've nearly got everything that I need for this beat. I think the last thing that I'll put in is just going to be another melody, which I'll use for the drop. It's just going to be the same melody, but I'll record it in with a different instrument. Might go for like a pan flute, pan flute type of thing. I think that could work pretty well. That sounds pretty good. That is going to do. Let's record that in. That is sounding good. It sounds a little bit thin though. I think I need to put on some effects. Maybe a little bit of this. We'll turn off the sync, pull down the time. That is sounding good. Maybe a little bit of that. Hey, that sounds better. Sounds much better. Now I think one of the only last things that I need is going to be a dedicated bass channel. So I think I might just duplicate this serum patch right here. And then I'll just cut off all the high notes of these chords. Get rid of you and get rid of all the effects. And I think, well, that's wrong. I need to get rid of the filter. And I think we just need to change the wave shape to be a sine wave. Should be good. That should do it for now. I can always tidy it up later on. It is sounding good enough. Oh, that sounds cool. Good old vocal synth 2 on the guitar. I really like the effect that it adds. I think I might use this edited version of the guitar sound for the drop section. I think it goes really well with this pan flute sound. Hey, that sounds good. Oh, yeah. I think that might actually be everything that I need to finish off this beat. I think I don't need to add in anything new. Maybe just a couple of effects here and there. I need to mix it a bit better because it is clashing quite a lot at the moment. But apart from that, I think it is fully finished. So as usual, I've gone ahead and added on all of the finishing touches off camera. And here's the finished beat. Enjoy. So there we go, that is the finished beat. I really like how this one turned out. I like all the dynamic drum sounds that I have using these LFO MIDI things. I think it turned out really good. And I think adding in all those dynamic sounds means that you don't need to bring in too many different instruments. I think in total, there's only like 6 instruments or something. And a lot of those aren't even playing at the same time, which is a lot different to what I'd usually do. But anyway, as usual, make sure to go ahead and let me know what you thought of this beat down in the comments, and I'll see all of you in the next couple of days for my next upload. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye.